Hey everybody, just a quick message from Bonkers Network. We would like to remind everybody that certain topics of discussion may not be comfortable for all listeners. Certain viewpoints may not reflect those of our partners, sponsors, affiliates, our hosts, or that of our guests. We would like to encourage everybody to keep a respectful and open climate of discussion for all topics, no matter how disturbing they may be. So viewer discretion is advised.
It does not matter where you stand, nor what it is you feel is grand. Magic is all around. Magic is never gone, and it is more than you will ever know. Entrust us, entrust her, for here you will find that the lost magics have never disappeared.
Hello guys, and welcome to our Friday evening show. I am Sherry Brett, and welcome to the Lost Magics. So tonight we have got some amazing guests coming up. My brother and sister, Chad and Linda from the Smith family Paranormal Investigations. We are going to have them coming up. We're going to be doing just a chat and talking about the things that they've got going on in their company or stuff that's going on in this company as well, talking about any of their investigations or anything. If any of you guys have got any questions or anything you want to ask us, you can. We are going to be talking about all sorts of topics as well, guys. So if you want any questions or answers about anything, just reach out to us. So I'm not going to leave them in the dungeon any longer. I'm going to bring them up onto the screen. So let's welcome Chad and Linda to the show. Hello, guys.
It might help.
Hello, everybody in the room.
Might help.
Christina.
Stephanie. Hey, Mom.
Stephanie. Jackie. Hello, Anne-Marie, my sweet. How are you? Really good to see you all in here. So, yeah, we've got lovely Chad and Linda joining us tonight. And like I said, just a general chat. We're just going to have a little chit chat and stuff. There's no point us doing interviews. We've interviewed each other quite a lot now. So you kind of know who we are, don't you? So you can just get a bit more of a picture of things that we do as we are investigators and researchers and stuff into some very wacky and interesting things.
Oh, yeah.
So how is everybody?
We're doing good.
We're doing great.
We're surviving the rain that we had today. Hey, Christina.
Oh, yeah.
We had the remnants of hurricane or tropical storm Nicole that came up from the south. So I had a little bit of an early day, besides the fact that it is Veterans Day.
Veterans
Day, guys.
Sorry.
That as well, a big shout out and lots of love to all of those that have fallen and fighting for all of us and our rights, and for all of those that are still with us that have fighted as well. Lots of love and respect goes out to all of them today. That, you know, when we go to bed tonight and that, if we just put our hands together and do a little prayer for them and say thank you and stuff like that, it really does go, guys. It's a very special and important day. As Chad would know, being part of that as a career, he knows very respect to him as well.
Thank you. I served my time in the Marine Corps. So.
Yep. So if anybody has any questions for us or sis, please put it in the comment. Thank you, Chad. Always in your service. I'm trying. Just put the cursor out.
Yes, definitely. A big thank you. Yeah, most definitely. I agree. It is a very special day. As Linda said, guys, if any of you've got anything to ask us, ask us, shout away. We're more than happy to answer and stuff. So what I'm going to do first, actually, I want to ask you guys about the interesting investigation with that church that you went to on the hill and the little scenario that happened at the end, Chad. Like, what did you feel? Because I heard Linda scream very dramatic. Oh my God, what's happened?
Do you want me to tell you now what that was?
Yeah, definitely. We want to know.
That was me
We
playing
want all
with
of
her.
the details.
That was nothing. That was just me playing with her. I'm going to run past her and see what she does.
I literally thought, because I heard the growl, that it was actually something. My grandfather. Oh, nice.
Was it an Anzac?
Uh-huh.
But that really, that was absolutely nothing, and I never told her until just now.
Well, because I heard the growl.
So that was a bit of a joke, but
yes,
when you're watching it, it didn't look like a joke at all, because I nearly fell off my bed from jumping.
Because if it was something, I would have kept on running. But
yeah,
it was.
But that's all I heard you say was like, run, and I'm like, literally, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I nearly fell off the bed because I jumped so like high, because I was like, it's like, what the.
I just wanted to get a reaction out of her,
Well, you most definitely got that, and you got a reaction from a lot of other people, I'm sure.
Because believe it or not, as soon as I ran past her and she started screaming and I missed it because I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's at the very
just
very
be prepared for the end of the video, Anne-Marie, when you do watch it. Okay.
I thought she was lucky.
Linda shouts mightily loud, and Chad shouts run or something, and like literally, I
just went past her and went,
ah! Yeah, I literally nearly fell off the bed.
Reaction out of her, because it's like we already had a reaction from the K2 meter going off and the REM pod going off, so we knew we had something
going on
with us that night, and. What she edited together was 2 different days.
Mm-hmm. The day and the night.
It was the night before we went, and then the daytime was the day after that we went, and just to check it out.
Anne-Marie goes, the growl could have been his belly.
Yeah, no, he was too far away for it to be his belly. That growl was definitely an animal.
You would definitely be able to tell the difference between somebody's belly going off and some spirit trying to make itself.
And I made sure I fed him before we came, so it wasn't his belly.
Yeah. So what? So it was a joke, and guys, you know, like sometimes when you go out on investigations, you do things like that. You kind of got to lighten the situation sometimes, because it can be quite overwhelming, especially when you're going to these new places like Chad and Linda did that day. They hadn't been there before, had you?
We've been there before. We've been there before, just not investigating once.
We went during the day.
Yeah, you visited it, but not investigated it. So you
not investigating. We took Tiffany and Rose during the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was Bella.
Nope, that was Tiffany and Rose, because I have pictures of us.
Oh yeah.
So
tell us a little bit about the place. Obviously, you've done the video and that. Like when you was there, like what was you feeling? What was you getting from the investigation? Did you find that the spirits were intrigued in what you were doing? Because obviously they're probably not very used to investigations, are they?
Well, we had lit the REM pod, and as you saw, the battery was completely dead.
It was brand new.
It was a brand new battery. I mean, we have a box of brand new batteries, and each battery, grab the battery. Every battery.
Hold on, I'll get it. Continue talking.
Every battery has a protection. Yeah. Has a little piece of plastic so that they're fresh. They're brand new. We have to literally take this plastic off, and it opens up the prongs. And we literally put in a brand new battery that day to go with us. And you see that I sit there, because with the 9-volt battery, you can kind of do the test, stick it against your tongue, and if it zaps it, gives you a little zap. You know, it's still good. She's sitting there like, it's not turning on. I can't figure out, why is it not turning on? I did the test, and I'm like, the thing is dead.
Like, it can't be. It's brand new.
Brand new battery.
So as we are walking up and going up the hill, I already knew we were being followed. I already felt that, because in the very, very, very beginning of the show, you see in the intro where I say that was totally weird. I was filming for a good half hour before that clip, just the surroundings and the foundation and everything that was around, and I turn around right, and my camera turns completely off, full battery, fresh battery, and I had 6 others. I turn it back on, and all my evidence prior to that is gone. So I already knew I was being, because I am, like you said, I'm a magnet. And
definitely. You're like me, sis. Definitely. Yeah. Like anywhere you go, like they come running, literally. Like it is like that, seriously. And I have noticed that even though Chad's always had the way of feeling, Chad's opening a lot more as well now. And I know that something that was really interesting in that video is they were trying to take you over. They were trying to communicate for you, weren't they, Chad? Because there was a time in the video where you were sitting on the wall and it looked like you was going out of it. Your eyes turned in the back of your head.
Yeah, absolutely. His eyes rolled in the back of his head. His eyes were wide open. And it was just
test it and tell us if it really is dead or alive. I don't think I want them getting electrocuted tomorrow on the show.
He's not shocking himself tonight. No, thank you. But no, it was. I know his when he gets into the mood where he starts rocking and his head goes like this and maybe down a little bit, but rolling all the way back. And his eyes were wide open with his eyes rolled in the back of it. That was not normal.
No, it wasn't. And like I've watched Chad do a lot of investigations with you, and I've seen it where they've tried to slightly go through it. He's never really done that sort of thing. So for me, and being somebody that does it myself, and they do communicate for me quite a lot, ET or spirit. So for me, like I could see the telltale signs. You could tell that he was going, you know what I mean? There was definitely something trying to communicate through him, definitely.
Right. If we were definitely used to it and he knew how to control that at that time, then it would be different. But once it happens and we're not used to it, it can be a dangerous situation.
Yeah, I guess as well, because it's a new place. It is a new place where you visited there, but you've not actually physically investigated it until then. Right. So you didn't really have 100% understanding of the spirits either, did you? So
exactly.
I don't think it was actually spirit wise. I think we've been dealing with the extraterrestrial, because if you listen to some of the things that I was saying, is like we've been here before. Not we. We. I mean, we had this discussion. I was like, I don't think it was spirit wise. I think it was.
So you think it was extraterrestrial trying to communicate?
Yeah, because he said he was feeling a different energy.
I wasn't feeling. I mean, I was. Normally, if I feel spiritual energy, I'm feeling it.
The
tingles and the starting to tell me, hey, this is how I died. This wasn't tell me how I died. This is something coming through saying we've been here before. If there's no use listening to it, and it was like there's no use or whatever, undeniable, just.
It was a lot.
And like I do find when you communicate, like, because they are very different to communicate with, even though like they can do similar things, like extraterrestrials can like make themselves invisible. They can do similar things to what spirits are, but like Chad was explaining, with spirits you get that kind of that tingly and that slight electrical feeling, and they'll normally talk to you, where with extraterrestrial is very strong. And it's not like a tingle, it's like an electrical current going through you, that they're so powerful. It's unbelievable. And what you've got to remember is they're not dead either. You know what I mean? That they are a living being. So they do feel completely different. Like, it's crazy.
And if you look in the pictures that I put up as he's sitting there, it's 3 different pictures of the thermal. It's up in the corner. First, when it first happens, he's really bright red. He's got all of his energy. He's jolted. And then as it goes further, it starts to drain away. So, and
I think you'll find, like, when you do the investigations, 9 times out of 10, like, when you look with a spirit, get them on those phones, they're not like a blue or a purplish colour because they're cold, aren't they? Where with extraterrestrial, they are still a being that is living, so they're going to give off that warmth colour, aren't they? Like reds, oranges, things like that. Same as us, if we walked in front of it, it would show up like an orange colour. If there's a cold spot on us, it would show the cold spot. But
Right. Well, if
Very
you look at the
unusual.
one picture she had, you see me in bright orange and all that other, and then that black blob or whatever it was. It was like, okay, that was something.
Yeah.
Like on the pictures when I was doing the thermal with Mary's grave, you could see. I made sure that the because you can change on the thermal, you can change it. So like if you want to see what you're actually looking at, so I was showing that it was Mary's tombstone, and that
Yeah.
everything around it was cold, and you could see the blues, but on the top it was like red. It was like, okay, well, there's
A heat source.
a heat source, something, and that particular day it was in the 60s, and if you look at the
Yeah, so
thermal,
it wasn't
showed
hot
that
either.
no, but on the thermal it shows the temperature at like 70 something. So it was like, okay,
Then that means that
definitely
something with hot heat was obviously sitting on top of that gravestone
And
or
if
near
you
it.
touch her
Hello,
stone,
Robert. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, Adam as well. It's really good to see you all in here. It's really, really good.
if you touch.
So obviously Linda's been having like experiences a little bit more with extraterrestrial. You've had the experiences with the back of the neck. Would you say that you're opening more to them as well now, Chad? Obviously, with having that experience, have you had anything before that, like anything strange?
Yes and no. I mean, the whole extraterrestrial thing. I mean, it's one thing, but it's the CE5, the tones that kind of knock me for a loop, because I'll be sitting there and we'll be watching, and she'll be doing something. Excuse me. Okay.
Hello, Princess Bray. Are these people from your show? Because I've not seen these before.
No, these are Adam is from Facebook, and
Princess is from us.
Like
hey, Cindy.
Feeling warm. It can vary. Sometimes it can be really hot at the back of your neck. Sometimes you'll get a weird sensation, like a tingle, or like something that it feels like your neck's stiffening, or just get this really. Chad would probably be the best to answer that one, because I've not really had the problem with the neck.
It's me, Jana.
Oh, Jana, my darling. Yeah, hello, my sweet pie. Yeah, I've still got to get used to your name, my darling.
So when we're playing the tones and stuff like that, a crazy phone call with my mom. Okay. When Dakota and they're playing the CE5 tones, it starts out in my shoulders, and then it like goes to the back of the neck. Hold on.
That's random. We're sitting here talking about extraterrestrial and on my Facebook, something's come up for a prayer thing saying pray to God. Huh?
What?
Literally. Prayer to God.
Wow.
Hello, Facebook user. If you actually hit on the StreamYards or the Facebook, if you're on Facebook, and accept the chat, the StreamYards, we'll be able to see your name or write your name in there so we know what it is. No, it's not a troll, sweetheart. Sometimes when you're on Facebook and that, it doesn't always show up their name or anything, so they have to accept it.
Yeah, with anybody that comes up Facebook user, and it's not a troll or anything. It's somebody that knows us, either us or Sherry or any of the Bald Bonkers crew. With Facebook,
all you've got to do is hit the StreamYard.
Yeah, you have to hit the accept to post on StreamYards. It'll post, and once they accept it, it'll pop up on their
Adam Reed.
Pop up their name.
Right,
so
back
to what I was saying. It starts in my shoulders usually with when they're playing the tones, and then it'll go into my neck, and it's almost like it gives me a stiff neck. I have my C5 and C6 are misaligned anyway, so when it comes up to start doing that, it's almost like they actually start tightening up, and I'll be sitting there, I'll be like getting a real bad kink in my neck, and then once they stop playing the tones, my neck starts getting loose and stuff like that, almost like tones they play to help ADHD. But the CE5 tones are a little different than the ADHD tones.
Yeah, they are slightly different because they are actually sequences and tones from actually the solar system and the universe and stuff. It actually links into them directly, so it is a little bit different to ADHD. Similar, but it's definitely not the same. And yes, Adam, I am from the south of England. The spine responds to frequencies. Yes, it does. It most definitely does. Yeah, even though I don't get the neck problem, I'll feel like my spine tingle, or I'll get the weird sensations in my shoulders and things like that. Most definitely. And the CE5 is it's a strong tone. It most definitely affects you. Definitely.
Yeah.
If you've never listened to them or want to try listening to them, go on the Bald Bonkers. Just scroll down. You'll eventually see one that says playing tones and stuff like that. And if you happen to listen to it, be warned that it can affect different people different ways. It can either your spine will start tingling or stuff like that.
Tingling and stuff's fine. But if you start getting if you do start to get headaches or anything like that, then I would tell you to just turn it off for a few minutes, because once you get headaches, that's when you are really starting to come into contact with them. So if you're getting a headache, just turn it off, like breathe and whatever. What I would recommend first is maybe watching a couple of the shows on Bold and Bonker where we've actually done that, so you can kind of understand what may happen. And if you feel comfortable with doing that, do so. But again, I will say, as I do with like spirits, make sure you put protection stuff around you and crystals and stuff like that, because again, you can still connect with negative energies in the ET world as well. So please be very careful. And if you're very unsure of something, don't continue with it. Turn it off. And if you have any experiences that you don't like, you can contact any of us, Chris and Dakota from Bold and Bonkers. We are here.
And make sure you check us out on all of us on Sunday, because I believe all of us are going to be in the chat. So more likely, the tones will be played at some point.
They always
are. Exactly. Definitely. And Adam's saying, I've been getting them warm, tingly feelings on my back of my neck for years. Well, there are many characteristics to them possibly making communication with you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're using the tones for them to do it. Like they have different effects on you: tingles, weird pains to the neck, a very like headache sort of feeling. For some people, if you're very open and that, then you'll just start to feel that electrical energy and like something's maybe trying to talk through you. Or because be prepared, if you start using the CE5 tones, another thing I would say is record it on a phone, so that if anything comes out, you're hearing what's being said, and there are people that could talk to you and tell you what's possibly being said. So just be very cautious, because it's, even though they are very similar to spirit, they are very different. Okay, and I'm not saying that spirit are weaker than extraterrestrial, not at all, but one is past and one is still living. So please just be very careful when you do it. And if you don't feel right when you're doing it, turn it off. Believe me, don't carry on.
If you feel like you got to vomit, that's your
key to
stop. Definitely key to stop, because your brain, your body, and everything. Is that water?
I believe I may be there as well.
Your brain, your body, your whole system is basically telling you stop.
But what I believe, because believe it or not, extraterrestrial, okay, they're a very big factor to this world and to us, okay? So they are very much trying to make more communication with us. They are showing up in a lot more sightings. So there is going to be more communication with them and human being, okay? So the possibilities is that you could be having some sort of experience with them, but then they're just not fully opening to you yet. So the more that you you learn about them, the more that you accept it, the more will happen. But I will say, be very cautious and maybe watch people that do it first and get a bit of an understanding first, because some really mad stuff can happen when communicating with the celestial. And if you've got a direct memory and link to them, there may be past lives and stuff that come out that may be a bit effective to you. Okay, so you really do need to be careful. So,
which if you watch when I sit there and I started getting into that and started talking, it was almost like it was repetitive on me saying something. At first, it was not wanting to talk, and then all of a sudden I would start going into the more of the sleep deprivation. I mean, I wasn't sleep deprived because we were obviously out walking and stuff like that. But because lately, she'll take a nap beforehand.
I have to.
Where I won't, because that way it helps with the sleep deprivation part of it, the SD method and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't take a nap. That way, if for some reason something does want to come through, it'll help. And all it is using the SB7 Spirit Box and the noise canceling headphones that we use for mowing our lawn and stuff, with the headphones in underneath them, so you don't hear anything. I mean, she was talking about we found the train and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there going, I'm like, there was a train that went by? Because I had these on. Yeah. When these are on, I can't hear anything.
Right.
But that's really good. That is a really good way to get evidence as well when you've got the earphones and stuff on, because obviously one person can't hear what the other person's saying. So it really does clarify that whether it's spirit or extraterrestrial, they're hearing what that person's saying. So they're relaying that to you, aren't they? Because you're then saying it out loud. So that, I think that's really good evidence when that sort of thing happens.
As you guys seen when we went into the night mode, Chad was actually hearing voices. So he's starting to develop that aspect of his abilities as well. So as we get further into it, I don't need the headphones. Technically, I don't do the SD method unless, we want to switch it up a little bit. He does it most of the time. But when we went there and it was the second night and we went there at night, he heard something before I did.
Yeah.
So
I heard something say, go away or go back get out or something. And I was like, did you hear that? And she's like, what was that? What was I supposed to hear? What
did I hear? So it was one of those, I stopped because I heard footsteps off to the right.
Which is probably coinciding with each other.
Right.
But it was saying, hey, you need to go back.
Right.
And she was hearing the footsteps, like something else was coming around.
Yeah. So I heard the footsteps, he heard the voice. So it was one of those, we weren't even 10 minutes into the walk when that happened.
It was like 15
minutes. It was most definitely, it was definitely very interesting stuff. And Adam, you're saying that you think that it's really good to be open, okay? It is really good to be open, but be very cautious. Like, use your protection crystals, incense sticks, things like sages, meditation, stuff like that. It's really important that the protection side of you is kept up on communicating with both sides. And believe it or not, we're all spiritual beings, and we've all got the capability of talking to the other side, whether that is extraterrestrial, spirit, or anything like that. We have. It's just that some of us, it takes longer to open up. So don't rush yourself doing it. Take your time, maybe studying.
I have learned
yourself a little bit on different abilities and how they work, because then you'll have a bit more of an understanding about it.
I have learned that if you are patient with your abilities to adapt, then they will come along when they want to. It's one of those, if you rush it, something bad may happen. If you're patient with it, it will happen. It just may take a little longer time.
Sigils. Is that sigils?
We did see a couple, but we thought were sigils on
the rock.
On a couple of the rocks.
Hey pups, love you. Yes, sigils are really good, and you will get that in both spirit and in extraterrestrial. They will give you, they like extraterrestrial are very well known for doing telepathy communication. They will talk through the mind, or they'll send you visions. Some of them will visit in your dream. It's no different with a spirit. Sigils are normally a very relevant thing in communication because it is them trying to talk to you and things like that. Whether that is, again, like I said, extraterrestrial, spirit, you know, they're all very different. You know, I have Uriel, which is one of my ETs that comes to me on a regular basis. He's my watcher because I'm known as what you would call a starseed. Okay, so I'm both. I have been extraterrestrial and still am, but I'm in a human form now for a reason. So I talk to him directly, even though you can't see him. I can, because he will only show himself to who he wants to show himself to. Okay, so
he came to me. What was it? Yesterday, sis. We were on a call. And he knocked at the door, and it startled me because I was making lunch. Yeah. But nobody was there.
Up at Linda's yesterday when we were talking, because I was like, Uriel, what are you doing there? Like, are you talking about? Well, yeah, we're kind of going in and out. We're talking about the investigation, but then we're talking about ET and extraterrestrial, because obviously when they were on the investigation, they were there to talk to spirit, but Chad believes he was having experiences with extraterrestrial as well. So there, because people are writing in the room and asking questions, we're kind of giving advice because that's what these shows are about, like helping people to understand things. Why do I not have the blue wrench?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
What?
Why doesn't Cindy have the blue wrench?
You'd have to do that on your side, Sherry, because it's under yours.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I thought you did. I know you do on airs.
I can't even. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, Cindy. I realize that you're not on it. I actually don't see her in. Where is she? Because I don't even see her in it.
I might go back up. I think Chad's got it. Nope, it won't let him do it.
Is she on Facebook or is she on?
She's on YouTube. She is on. Hold on. Your website, your channel. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm not actually on the. I'm not on my channel. I'm actually on the Bold and Bonkers.
Okay.
There's been a lot of problems with YouTube where they're taking wrenches on and off. You know what I mean? So when I am live again on my channel again and you're in there, sweet, I will sort that out.
Yeah. So
because I'm on
I've
the
had that issue
side,
too.
which is why I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Princess, are you talking about the one? You know, Sherry?
She's
are you talking about the video that we posted yesterday on Bald and Bonkers?
I just started watching the video, but hadn't finished it yet. The investigation yesterday? Yeah, it's pretty neat. It was a span of 2 days, only because we only made it halfway through the first day.
Oh my God, I have not seen you for ages. Where have you been? Hello. It's really good to see all of these lovely old faces coming in. It's so lovely. And the new ones, obviously.
Yeah. Definitely nice.
I will sort you out, Cindy. Don't worry. Nobody's took anything off of you. YouTube just goes through mad moments sometimes and decides to take people's wrenches and stuff like that for some reason.
Yes.
So, Princess is talking about the Daniels.
Gina, you are going to love it. It is an amazing place. And if we get the likes up so many, we will definitely go back.
I'm not sleeping.
So support, guys. Support. Okay. Press the like.
She's talking about camping out there. I'm like,
why not?
I'm not camping out in a graveyard. No.
In the graveyard. Are you being serious? Are you nuts? Well, I'll answer that because
I will set up her lean-to, and she
her lean-to. What the hell was that?
So there you go. There's going to be the tent in the middle of the thing, and there's going to be Linda in the tent, and Chad's going to be in the car safe, like locked in. Like I ain't going in no.
So when I come hauling, he can open the door and we get the hell out of there, right?
And more than likely, she'll probably bloody phone me and have me sitting on the phone with her all night. Like so she can stay here if you hear anything. Like, oh.
So to explain, Cynthia, to explain, our Daniels, there may be Daniels places everywhere, but our Daniels was actually a town that
Alberton before it was Daniels.
Okay.
It was 3 different names before it ended up being Daniels.
Believe me, these guys are quite educated already, and they have had a very good teacher to learn them about how to keep themselves safe when they're investigating. So they would not even get in the tent without putting salt around it. Definitely not. They are very educated.
Well,
they've got good teachers.
Arabic
He's already got my kick together.
Grounded black salt.
Now I would like to go back. There is 2 churches on that property. And we only went to one. We didn't make it all the way down to the other one, which is fine. So we did the other one before. But
the other one to me didn't really have a whole lot.
No.
If she wants to sleep in a graveyard, he's not far away. He'll be in the car to protect her. Mom.
That's a 45-minute drive.
That's like a 35-minute walk.
Yeah, walk, I mean.
So, or in her
he's
case,
not going to be right
20-minute run.
I would fly right off that hill. I'm coming.
She got scared by a fox.
And normal that would actually do that. Like Linda is one of them, and I'm another. I'd in a heartbeat if I had a tent.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
I'd
mind.
get the soul. Like people would be going into the church. Go to a tent near the grave.
Yes. I would definitely do it.
I mean, I would, but
Chad's not so sure. He's like, I don't know.
He's a little iffy.
Well, because you don't know what woodland creatures are laying around there.
At least we don't have to worry about the lions and bears.
And tigers.
Well, over here, we don't really have that problem. So yeah, you guys have got a few more dangerous animals over where you guys are than what I have. So yeah, you know, for me, I'd probably be more safe. I think I would be worried about something like walking up on you and trying to eat you or something. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
It would be interesting to see if the face I saw was one of the buried people.
It probably was, honestly.
It did look very human-like. It wasn't extraterrestrial looking. It did look like a human face.
It was a man's face, yeah.
She sent that to your Facebook?
Yeah, I already pulled it up.
So you've got black salt for my room. That's from your mum.
Huh? No, Mom, we already talked about that. We can't do salt in your room. Cat can't have it on her paws. You'll be fine. My mother is moving in by March 1st, and she is terrified of moving in because of the spirits in the house. Yeah.
Wow, you're in Texas. Well, I'll be moving to Texas in a couple of years because I'm going over to my partner, so I won't no longer be in the UK. And these guys are in the USA.
Yeah, we're in Maryland,
isn't it? Maryland, yeah.
Okay.
Maryland.
For you,
I called it Maryland.
People, we don't say Maryland. It's
that's what I just said.
It's Maryland.
That's what I just said.
Marilyn. So it's like Marilyn Monroe then. There you go. Marilyn Monroe. Think of that.
But yeah, if you're from Maryland, we butcher languages. So for those that are wondering what we're talking about with the, how did you zoom in?
I wonder what that was then. I was like, hang on a minute, who else has popped into my chat?
Oh.
Huh?
Scroll. No.
I love the Irish and the English. Yeah, no, like we're pretty cool guys. Definitely pretty cool guys. But we like you Americans. Like there's some words that you Americans say that we laugh at because it sounds so funny. And it's the same for us. We say things completely wrong for you as well. It's just one of those things. But
get off of it.
Oh, what did you do?
she's not possessed, guys. She's not possessed. She's trying to sort the computer out.
I'm trying. You gotta get it over there. What are you doing? Cancel. See, this is why I do the shows. Nope.
Where's it gone?
I'll let him see how long it'll take him to figure it out.
Whoop. While waiting for Chad, I would like to say one thing.
You don't need to wait for me. I got it already.
No. Up the windows. Nope. Yep. God forbid. That would have been a screen inside of a screen inside of a screen.
Yeah. We are actually on a lot of platforms, guys, so you will get a lot of notifications.
It says slow-mo is on.
Yeah,
don't worry,
so we can read the chat when you're coming through. If there's lots of you in the room, sometimes we miss some of the comments, so it's on slow mode for that reason. This is the picture. And you can see the face, like I don't know if you can see me moving my mouse around or whatever, but
I've got it. The mouse
you have to go over there in order for them to see your mouse.
It's here, yeah. I'm doing the same place, so don't worry. There is most definitely a place that you can see the eyes, the nose, the mouth. To me, that looks like a male.
It is. It's a man.
It is a male.
And then you scroll out and then
just move it up. This picture was actually caught when Linda was doing the video yesterday, and Cynthia and her sister and brother-in-law see the face in the bush and sent that over to them and to us.
So this one, she said she saw a figure. Now I saw a figure to the right, kind of where the tree is. Cindy, can you tell me if is it to the left? Because now I see something to the left.
I'm seeing something right to the bottom, like in the dark bit. I'm seeing like it looks like there's like two things standing. It might be a bush. That's a bush that side then where Chad's got it now.
Yeah.
But the other side, there is a look at that. You've got the face, the black clothing, and you've got the hands. Can you see that?
I see that. That's what we were pointing out.
That is a full apparition of somebody standing near the bush.
Mm-hmm.
The face and the body. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's what we were.
The little white bits. That's his hands.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to figure out if that was it that she saw, because that's what I saw.
Yeah, there's a face as well. Right, Chad, where your mouse is, go to the left. No, the other way. Sorry, it's my left. Right, can you see the face that's like, you can see the tree behind, there's a face that's coming out near the bush. Can you see that?
Oh, up there.
Right there. Over. Go over. Stop. Right there. Can you see it?
Yeah, I do now.
Face. That don't look right. That looks negative.
That's probably what growled.
Or that might be an elemental.
Okay, I wanted to make sure, Cindy, because that's what I saw too. I just wasn't sure.
I see to the right a woman in a turn if the century type of dress. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that's a male or a female, that one there, but there's most definitely a figure standing there and it's got something black on. So it could very well be. It could be a woman with her hair up, or it could be a male, Zoom out.
No, that's because you undid it. You want me to get over there?
There is a woman looking down with her hands behind her back.
What the world are you
got
doing?
The veteran.
That's not what he meant. Right there. Zoom. Sheesh. Tail, tall, full operation. Yeah, the one to the left is. And then let me see real quick so I can show them what I think. No, okay, that's fine. That's not gonna work. Right here is what I see.
Yeah, there is most definitely some. It looks like a woman standing off sideways, like the dress is sticking out.
Yeah, that's
like
what I see.
Sideways. But the opposite side to her is what looks like somebody out. That is definitely somebody standing there.
Oh yeah, because you can see it
then
cutting
in
into
front
the
of
tree.
where it's like she's got one of those bonnets. Can you see like a hat on her head?
Yeah.
Most definitely period dressing. So you've got two figures here. Then if you move from where she is and go forward, you can see that weird face that's like in the bush, near the bush.
Right there.
Right there, yeah. Down a bit. It's the really big thing that you're seeing there. Excuse us, guys. Technical problems. Very usual in this sort of work. Yeah, you can see, most definitely see very clear that there's another one there as well. Like you've got the face there, and it looks like he's got his mouth open.
Yeah,
and that looks like some sort of animal. Then if you move the picture back slightly, move it back so you're going like as if you the other way. There's another face, only half though. You can see the two eyes, and it looks like a mask. Can you see it right in the bush? Like, sis, go down. Yeah, there. Then right, go there and go back up to that one you've just pointed out. And go directly across, downwards, down, across. There. Can you see that as well? There is several faces in that bush.
Yeah, I see that. I see that one there. Yeah. I see that one there. That one there. That one. That one. I don't get it. I just,
there are quite a few of them in that image. Definitely.
That was an amazing picture to see there. Here is a.
It is a man with a bearded face near the B&B logo. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I pointed out. Yeah.
And then right underneath the B&B thing, that looks like an extraterrestrial face. Can you see that? Like right underneath, like you see the big eyes and the nose and the mouth.
Right. That I saw.
Is the thing when you go out on investigations and you snap pictures and you think you ain't caught anything on them, yeah, guys. Always zoom in because you don't always see them directly. Yes, obviously the figures, yeah, but if you zoom in and stuff, you can see a lot more in them because they're obviously some of them are hid really well because of them being fluorescent, see-through. And hello, Eli. Oh my God, another one. Hello, I ain't seen you for a while, for sweetheart. It's really good to see you all. Yeah, that is a really interesting picture, and there's a lot in that, and the one above it as well. That was really good. Most definitely.
Oh yeah,
really, really good.
It was very good.
So we're meant to.
We were at the investigation, leaving me and you being in the car.
Me and Linda should possibly be doing some shows together on Wednesdays as well, guys. And also, I've got like a little announcement, but we'll make it really big like next week. But I've got a very beautiful lady that is coming to join me for Lost Magics, and she's going to be my co-host. Okay, now that is Jana that is in the room. Okay, so she's going to be my new co-host for my Lost Magics. Mm-hmm. So I know that Dakota's in the line at the moment of making the video. So you're going to be having host and then the co-host. So that will be happening next week. She starts on the 18th, and we will be covering Dracula's castle.
Ooh, I'm excited for that one.
So it's really exciting. We can't wait. It's, oh my God. And
nice.
she's a witch sister as well. So even
She
better.
said check your messages. She circled the.
Right. Okay, sweetheart. Hang on a minute.
Plain as day. Yeah, I saw it. It was the one to the right, I think. No.
Right. Let me see if I can blend that up so we can have a look. Facebook. Share. I don't know how I'm going to make this bigger, but I can't make this bigger. That's the only problem. All it's done is made my writing bigger.
You have to download it to.
You have to download it to your computer and then bring that file up, and it will let you zoom into it.
Right. I am not sure how to do that. So what if I was to send it to you?
Send it to us. Send it to us real quick.
I'll send it on your messenger, Chad. If I send both of them that she sent.
I'll send it to
because I'm not very tech savvy, and I don't want to be messing about with everything, so I'll probably end up ending the stream or something, which I don't want to be doing. But
that's fine.
You guys should know that by now, what I'm like when it comes to technology.
And that is perfectly fine.
Not very good at it. Right, remove that.
So while we get that going, I know we've been talking about our next adventure in the next 2 weeks. That is super excited. For those that haven't been on our show, we are planning on going to Penhurt the day after Thanksgiving. So we will be there. Did you download it?
Yeah.
Can you see the red outline? Yeah, we can. I could see the red outline, and I've had, so I'll bring it up because I'm not very good at doing that stuff.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that'll work.
When it comes to anything like videos or anything like that, I always get my partner to do it all because I'm pretty bad. I can just here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do see that. I pointed out the face, but I didn't recognize. But yeah, and you can see her arm going up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why we like to do stuff like this, like show these sort of things, because, not everybody sees everything in pictures. It's really good to see other people's point of view as well. Sometimes you don't always get or realise everything, we get most, but it's really good to show you your evidence and stuff up onto the show, and other guys can go, oh, well, I can see this as well. And, that's why I love doing it that way. So let me stop sharing as well. I don't want to keep sharing. That's it. So yeah, you'll go. So they are going to be going to this amazing asylum, guys. Like literally.
Nobody just said. You're a goober. They could have sent a message in the group chat, and I asked, "Whose is it?" So you'll see that in a little bit. But no, we are going hidden in plain. I know, aren't they always the best ones? Are always hidden in plain sight. Sis and I went over so many videos and pictures, hours on end, and if I don't have the eye and catch it, she does. So there's a lot of times that
she always comes to me when she's got pictures like that. She's like, sis, can you look at this? And I'm like, yeah, here. And she's like, oh. Didn't see that one. Sometimes I've gone pictures where I'm not seeing everything, and I've gone to Lindo. It's different for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like when
she's
first
looking
started
down and seems to be protecting you from those elementals. Elementals are not dangerous, not all of them.
No.
I have an elemental that is directly connected to me. Her name's Aurora.
Yeah. And every time there's times that I've gone out investigating, she's followed me. So
yeah.
Especially
they're not
our first time.
The way people make them out to be. Some of them are not good, but
they're not all bad. They're not.
Let me turn this shit. Bloody having a rave.
Are they really?
You've got the bloody car full blast, and they're like standing like what?
Yes, Princess, we know that very well.
Yeah.
Hours and hours and hours. Yeah. We have to end up with matchsticks in our eyes just as I can get that long sometimes.
I literally just found all of them. And that will be the next month of shows.
Yeah. One camera, one battery, and one SD card really doesn't do it, guys. Like, you need to have lots. And if you are thinking of going into anything to do with the strange and the unknown, always make sure you've got plenty of cameras, plenty of batteries, all those sort of things, because they are very known, especially spirits. Spirits are very known to just drain.
I do suggest
batteries on your equipment.
Yeah, I do suggest getting backup charging batteries to hook up to your camera. So when they do start to die because of that, you have that. That's what we do. We have our box batteries, and then we have our cell phone battery backup. So it does last a lot longer with those. So
the child is congratulations to Dakota's uncle.
And she's writing it up at me.
Huh?
Dark energy.
What?
I could guarantee. Believe me, no dark energy is entering my house with Aura and him, and with Urel. Definitely not.
No, she was saying
you might be picking up on this, okay? Because that is haunted.
Yeah.
That is probably what you're picking up on, and you will 9 times out of 10 you'll see something standing here. I'm open. Okay, so I would know if there's something negative here. I cleanse, bless my house every single day. So if you're picking up any negative energy, it might be stuff that I'm going through. Unhappy feelings and not been too great.
Anyway, I want to steal everybody's thunder from this show here. The photo that you'll see later on, one of Dakota's uncles, which I would actually think would be his aunt, but had their first child, a baby girl, 8 pounds, 11 ounces.
Congratulations, Dakota, to your family.
So now,
so cute.
So now he has a cousin.
Yeah. But it's adorable.
Everybody, please congratulate Dakota to bringing a new addition to his family.
I love babies.
I do as well. I go all googly when I see babies.
I do too. I love it.
So.
Very nice.
Yeah, like Linda's saying, towards the end of the month, and actually like less than 2 weeks.
I know. It's been coming up quicker than I can process. But I'm excited.
The day after Thanksgiving, so we're heading north of Pennsylvania to the Penhurst Asylum.
We have 4 buildings we have access to, and all 3 of the tunnels that go underground and lead into those buildings.
That's going to be an epic show. But Linda said that they were possibly going to try and go live, but because of the signal and that, it may not. So if not, there will be pre-recorded videos. They are going to try in areas that they can get it, she was saying, but if not, you will see the pre-recorded videos they do when they've got it all published and sorted and to come up. Don't miss it, guys. That is going to be an awesome investigation. It's an awesome place. Yeah. And Linda's been going on about this for about a month now, going, oh my God, I can't wait to go.
I have been waiting, 2 years to go here.
Yeah, you have. Like, you did. You were saying about that when you was in my company. You was going, oh, I'd really like to go. And actually finally got it. So
you got to figure they shut everything down because of the nasty C word. Mm-hmm. Well, the other nasty C word, because cancer is also a bad word.
The thing that made the pandemic happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just opened the gates one last time before they start demolishing and fixing stuff up, because it's going to be a factory. So I'm going to take advantage of it. Why? I don't know. I don't question.
I don't understand why people do that. Why they take all these like old buildings and stuff down. It's history and that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't know.
They're keeping 24 of the buildings, but of the rest of the buildings that are part of it, they're going to tear them down. And I can understand.
But then again, it's still going to be haunted, isn't it? Even if they rip that down anyway. So you're just going to have a haunted factory. There you go.
So we will be going down there that Friday. I do have an appointment with the archive to do an interview and get some information on that place and the other investigation we will be doing down there. Betsy Ross, her grave. It is, and
I get the other C word.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
the one you're not supposed to call female.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because you get the channels and stuff that they can't say it.
Yeah, but we will try to go there. I'm excited for that one as well. They also have a museum. Her house. Somebody just came through the door. Tiffany.
Can you hear that?
What?
I keep like hearing a weird I can hear the tones.
I hear humming, but that's I think the computer.
Oh yeah. I think like the prices, to be honest, is going up everywhere because of the way the world is at the minute. It's ridiculous. It really is. They make the prices go up, but they don't make the wage packs go up, do they?
Yeah, I know.
So
you guys live in Georgia. Are you gonna have to redo an election in December? Just to figure out if Herschel Walker is going to become just a question, because I forgot you lived in Georgia.
Yeah, different area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just goofy stuff going on.
I'm going to be right back. I thought she was off at 6.
I thought she was off at 6 too.
Give me a second.
So they're going to be charging you more tax money if the properties are not done up and that.
Yeah, a lot of places will do that. They'll sit there and raise property taxes for everybody else that's around them, so that eventually an abandoned building will get torn down.
Mm.
So then the property taxes can start going back down, but at that point, property taxes are so high, and they're just going to keep them there because the state makes all that extra money off of everybody's property taxes.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is that is what all of our world's like at the moment, isn't it? It's all about the money and getting extra money. Because you think there's been a lot of damage all over the world due to the things that have happened. You know what I mean? And then they're trying to make the money back, but it's not really helping people that don't have a lot of money and don't get a lot of money. You know what I mean? They've got families and things like that. It's so difficult at the minute. So difficult.
Well, I mean, that's like we live in Linda's dad's house,
The farm.
the farm, and the property taxes on this is $1,300 a month. Times that by 12 months in a year,
A lot.
it's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, and that's what I'm saying. And it's not, like I said, it's not like they're putting our money up so we can do it. You know what I mean? We're having to try and find it from somewhere. It's ridiculous. You know, like before, I'm not saying it's always been perfect, but before you could go in and get a trolley full of food, and at the minute you can't. You're lucky if you can even get half a trolley of food at the minute with the prices of how things are. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Really
So we can understand why Pentonhurst is going to tear down some of those buildings, so that not only does it'll save some of the people around them some money, but it'll also put jobs into what buildings are going to be left there, because
I guess so.
Pentonhurst, I mean, you figure the people that work there, quote unquote, work there, are practically volunteers anyway. So they take their time to homestead exemption.
I'm lost, sweetheart.
I know. In Maryland, Maryland.
You're fine, Mom. Huh? I'm right here. It's right here. Hope I didn't miss much, but I'm back.
You didn't miss much.
We're just at the minute. We're just talking about how like prices are rising, and we're actually talking about like old derelict places that are not being updone, and how they're going to be doing taxes. And Chad and Linda was explaining about that the place that they're going to investigate, they're going to be taking some of the buildings down, which will save money for the people around there and give people jobs. Possibly.
Just like Cynthia put on there, the prices are getting so high, she's actually dipping into her storage stuff. That things are going to be. We do our once a week shopping. She'll figure out a meal plan. I'll say, okay, let's look at it, and we'll go in and go, all right, this is how much we got to spend.
This past Friday was.
I can't see anyone else talking.
It depends.
There's a lot of areas that are open, so you may be in a room where there isn't so many people in it, which is why you're not seeing anyone talk. There is quite a lot of platforms open, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Right. We're right now on YouTube wise. You're under Sherry's PWI. You're under Baldwin Bonkers.
Yeah, we're on a PD one. We're on the Bold and Bonkers main one on Facebook. We're on the Bold and Bonkers other one on Facebook. You're on both of my YouTube channels. We're on the YouTube Bold and Bonker channel, and on Twitter, and on another one. Plus whatever else they're putting us out to, because we go out to a lot of places, radio stations, all sorts. So,
yeah. Once we're done this tonight, then it'll get put on to Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, iTunes.
It goes to a lot of places.
And then not only that, it goes on to the Baldwin Bonkers TV channel.
Website, yeah. We have our own little website TV areas as well with Bold and Bonkers, where people can go over and watch our videos. We've got our own individual areas. Really, really cool. This is very professional, just like Chad and Linda's one is as well. You know, they are registered as companies, so it's all done properly. So that there's hundreds of platforms you're going out to. So don't go looking for them all, because you'll be there forever.
Forever,
You'll be screwed. You'll be screwed searching through like. At one point, it was like 60,000 different things. So if you try to find
still
us
getting used to this, I think. So even if you're watching Chad or Linda's shows, it's the same way. It'll be their channel, but then you'll have like Bold and Bonkers and whatever else. So it's the same for anyone that
we
goes
do
live.
it all underneath the same platform. Yeah, because it makes it easier.
Right. The only one this one isn't going. The only one this one isn't going to is our Twitch, which because when we do our shows, it goes to the Bold and Bonkers Archives LLC. Ufology one goes to our Facebook.
Do you do it onto my SAU?
I don't think so.
That's the Strange and Unknown Streaming Network. That's got over 2,400 people in it. All paranormal related, like paranormal, UFO.
Is that the purple one?
It's my own channel, but I say to everyone to go on that because there's quite a lot of people in there.
Is that the one?
I'll add it.
Is that the one with your face or the one with the purple? The purple one.
The purple.
It's the purple one with the
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
I'll start adding it because Dakota, I think, just added that not too long ago.
Yeah, at the minute, all it's showing here is just both of my YouTube channels, which is my PWI and my worldly one, but it does go out to SAU as well. That is on there. It's the Strange and Unknown Streaming Network. You're welcome to use that as well. But when you come over, Jana, and like you become the host and that, I'll explain. You'll be able to see how it is, and I'll explain everything to you because it's a bit confusing if you're not actually looking at everything.
Yeah, you have to actually look at the platform to understand it. So totally get that.
Yeah,
she was worried.
Those that are sitting there on
and all that. She was worried she's got to bring all her content and that on. I said, no, don't worry, darling. I said, I'm the one that's on there, like with the other guys. I set up my streams. All you got to do is come on here and look pretty and talk.
There you go. Yeah.
And do your researches and stuff. You know, that's it.
You just gotta look pretty. For those that are on the streaming the iTunes and stuff like that, and wondering why we're sitting there going purple, and it's because we have the little icons at the top. So
yeah, we do. You've got like little round circle things, and it's got the different names of the different channels we're streaming out to and stuff like that. So
right now we are streaming out to 8 stations.
Yeah, and after this finishes, it will go out to hundreds of stations because Dakota then replays it all out and it goes on to the other divisions and the other places. So yeah.
So once you, like I said, if you try to find whatever this one's called tonight, interview with Smith Family Paranormal Investigation, you'll probably find it under 60,000 different.
The main ones I'd say to you to go to is Smith Family Paranormal, Bold and Bonkers, Facebook or YouTube. You will find them on there, and on mine, SAU, anything like that. You know, it's there. And obviously, I'm on my channels as well now, so you can do it over on PWI, Spiritual Investigators, PWI, Otherworldly Investigations. Just them main ones, because if you go looking everywhere else, you're going to get confused because you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of different places.
That is so true.
Mm-hmm. Sherry, dear, we now have the family home, so if possible,
yes,
want to go to dinner.
And it is actually just over an hour. So I just want to say to all of you, obviously to Chad and Linda for coming on and sharing this awesome news. Please make sure you check out for their investigations in a couple of weeks and anywhere else they may go before that. These guys are absolutely awesome. The name of their channel is up on this description. If you've not supported them, please go and support them. They're absolutely awesome. They've got an amazing company as well. They are my brother and sister as well, so they're awesome. But I want to say thank you to all of you in the room as well, and a big shout out to Dakota as usual and Chris for letting us do our awesome streams, to all of our supporters, sponsors, and our TV people and everybody that helps us to get our shows out there, and obviously to you, our angels in the room. Without you, we would not be able to do what we do today. So lots of love, light, and blessings, guys. Be safe, be real. Tune in next week for Count Dracula's Castle.
Oh, yeah.
See you very soon. Gonna cut off. Right. Do that one.
This episode is dedicated in loving memory to Mike the Naked Bigfoot Coleman. See you on the other side, brother.